Tron Legacy, directed by John Kosinski. There you are. It's got, I think the thing that I liked the most about this is that it actually kept Bruce Boxleitner and Jeff Bridges on the cast. I kind of have a hard time with sequels that don't recast original characters or don't utilize people who played the old characters. I love Leonard Nimoy in Star Trek.
30 years later.
Yeah, exactly. The premise is basically, after the first movie, there came a time when Kevin Flynn disappeared and he left his son alone. And you end up finding out years and years later that Flynn ended up getting stuck in the grid, which was a very, I don't know, sometimes I wonder who approves things. Unobtainium's another one that makes me cringe. But his son Sam, he ends up going in and he's in the grid and he has to, play in the games type of a thing. It was very much a throwback to the original Tron. I personally gave it a B. I thought it was good, better than the original at some points. But I don't know, the young Jeff Bridges CGI face, drove me nuts. And I guess I couldn't say that about Tron, but that'd be a bit of a spoiler alert. The movie as a whole, I had a lot of fun. I had a ton of fun. The 3D, I ended up figuring out that everything that was shot in the real world was 2D.
Yeah.
Because it has a disclaimer at the beginning, like, so not everything's in 3D.
The whole movie's in 3D, yeah.
And I really liked that. I actually took my glasses off for those parts after I figured out everything in the real world was 2D.
Yeah.
Just because I hate wearing those glasses. But I thought that the visuals were mind-blowing. They were phenomenal and spot on. They still, gave homage to the original while improving things and making them look a lot better for this iteration.
Cool. So. I gave it a B. Would you give it a B+?
I did. No, I just gave it a B.
You just gave it a B. So
I'm very much 5-star guy. I'm adjusting it to you.
Yeah.
So for me, it's a B.
I like the movie quite a bit, and there are some weird pacing issues with the movie. It seems like there's that first act where they're in the real world. It's not all that interesting. You're really just waiting for Tron stuff to happen, and then finally it does, and then the movie really takes off. And the visuals, I agree, are just amazing. For my money, I think this looks better than Avatar.
That was a point I was going to bring up.
But I think genre-wise, this is probably more my thing.
Yeah.
But the things that I think are kind of funny about it is that there's this whole religious allegory. I don't know if you got that.
No, I totally got it. It was very thick.
It's that they infused into this Tron plot, which the original movie had nothing to do with that. The original movie was basically a computer programmer geek's wet dream of a movie.
See, I would actually disagree. There was a lot of the religious
Really?
Tron, definitely. There were like
the savior complexes.
Blah, blah, definitely. Like, I fight for the user.
Yeah.
I mean, how is that not a religious subtext?
But what's funny is that and so a lot of the concepts from the original Tron was what influenced later movies like The Matrix. And then now it seems like there's a cross-pollination where The Matrix is influencing.
See, and I would also say that there was a very heavy religious overtone in The Matrix as well.
Well, that's totally obvious.
If you're not
and
seeing
just the philosophical themes and stuff like that, which are brought up in this new Tron.
Very true.
I think there's some kind of weird pacing issues. There seems to be some really good action sequences, but then there's so much plot going on that it seems like they really have to try and shove a lot of exposition in between these scenes. But at the same time, those are some of the same problems I had with Inception, which I still consider one of my favorite movies of the year. Yeah. So it would be somewhat unfair for me to say that was a problem in this movie, too. I think all in all, it's expensive. You're going to pay a lot to go see this. Because it's a 3D movie, but it is worth your time.
I would definitely agree with that. It was worth seeing in 3D.
Yeah.
And I've only said that to two other movies, Avatar and How to Train Your Dragon. Those have been the only two movies. I wouldn't even say Toy Story 3 was worth it in 3D.
No, it didn't even look that 3D.
It didn't. But How to Train Your Dragon, flying scenes were awesome. Avatar, flying scenes were kind of cool. But this movie, the 3D, I thought it was well worth paying the $12 to see it. So.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah.
Well, that's our show today, and thank you, Todd, for helping me out this month.
Do what I can.
We may have you back if ever needed.
If you ever need me.
So don't forget to check us out on YouTube, where you can comment, rate, and subscribe.
Do it to it.
See you later.